Good morning. Let's see what today will bring. Let's go down to weekly string and see what the weekly string looks like. String number 43 is going to look like that. So I'm gonna set that down and draw this real quick here. It is going to be within the border. It's going to be about like so, and then a triangular piece like that. So that's going to be, if I choose to use a string, that will be it. It's number 43. Okay, set that aside so I have reference to it, and go back home. Scroll down. We're at pattern-collections.com. Scroll down to pattern focus. I have not even had a chance to look at any of this week's patterns, so we will just see. They'll all be a surprise to me. Okay, this one is called Nummel, N-U-M-M-E-L, Nummel or Nummel by Silky Wagner. It looks like it's a ribbon tangle. So you'll start with, I'm a little far away. Let me zoom in a bit. You'll start with these sort of S shapes, little lazy S shapes. And then you will echo or aura them, starting at the point, going down, and ending at the point, like that. Okay. Step number 3, you will then put this ribbon line between them, and it can be whatever shape you want. And then step number 4, you'll make this sort of like you were doing the pattern wood. You just kind of put the lines however you want them, right? And then here it shows it in an example with the ribbon part bigger, and so that's interesting. That's obviously the direction I'll probably go. And let's see how we might be able to incorporate that onto string 43. That might be an interesting challenge. Okay, so today I'm definitely going to do a border, so I might as well just draw it in to start with. Kind of a swoopy kind of border today, like that. And then I'm going to just gently make this string. I'm going to go up, and then I'm going to make this kind of flag shape like that. All right, I'm going to start with that, and I'm going to go this way first, I think. So, step number 1 is to make those little S's. I did not have time yesterday to do any drawing whatsoever. I had to go to work early. So you guys got one of my bonus videos instead. That's why I drew them and do it like that. You'll note that my S's aren't all the same size. I think that's fine. If you want them all the same size, you can. Do whatever makes you happy. So since I didn't have time to draw yesterday, you'll get 2 of them today. And I didn't even have a chance to look. Usually I at least glance at the upcoming daily patterns, but I didn't even do that today. I'm just winging it. Totally winging it. Okay, so let's go this way with this. like that, and like this. I'm gonna do it like that. Sure, why not? And then I'm gonna do this other one first, and then I'll do that middle part. I'm gonna go ahead and do something that comes out in the brown like that. Like that, sort of. Something in that general shape. Like that. I might play with scale and get one right here. I'm going to try that. Why not? Okay, something in that range like that. Okay, now I want to get rid of my string so I don't see it. Because I don't need those straight lines in there. I've made a really organic shapes. I don't want to see those straight lines. And then I'm going to go ahead and put these stripe bits in here. Depends on how I want them to live. I think I'm going to have them live this way. Put a little knots in my wood here. Like that. Something like that. I think this one's going to be slightly different, and it's going to go this way. Like that. Okay, let's give them a little bit of shading, and then I think I'll be done. I had a lot of work to do yesterday at work. When I got home, I thought I would come home and do some drawing and get at least yesterday's tangle done, because I have done that in the past on Monday when I come home from work. If I have free 30 minutes, I pop my video in. I was so tired. I just did not feel like drawing, so I didn't. You know, there are just some days you just don't feel like it. I did get a lot of work done yesterday, though. One of the tasks I do at work is called doing a planogram, which basically is taking the merchandise on the shelving and rearranging them to the new schematic. They give you, these are the shelves, this is how high it is, these are the products that are supposed to go on these shelves, here's the labels. You just rearrange things according to the schematic. It's called doing a planogram. It is currently time to redo the cosmetic department. There are lots and lots of products. If you ever gone into a store and really looked at the cosmetic wall and saw how many teeny tiny little tubes of lipstick and eyeshadow and things that there are, thousands thousands. Thank God it was only a update and not a complete redo. So I didn't have to completely put up all new labels. All I had to do was incorporate the new items and add the new fixtures if there were new fixtures. So it wasn't as bad as it could be, but it's a lot of work. So I got 5 of them done. There are 6 more to complete, so I got about half of them completed yesterday. I'm really quite pleased with that. Of course, I did start with the easier, smaller ones. So, yeah, the next ones are going to be harder. But today is my day off, and so I have another coworker who will be working on them today, and we will see what we have to finish at the end of the week. Hopefully, between the two of us, we will get them all completed this week. That's our goal. Although I think we have 2 weeks, because the cosmetics is a hard one to do, or multiple ones. There's a lot of different. Usually you have a week to complete a new planogram, but you usually don't get 11 of them in 1 week. So I think that they've given us 2 weeks to complete these, which is good. At least I think that's what it said. But to be honest, I don't know. I didn't really look at the dates. Guess I should have, but I didn't. I'm just gonna do that right there. I'm just gonna do one side of these little rope things. I don't know what they are, but that's where I've decided they need to be shaded. I'm feeling like I want them to live in a world with some color, or like a dark background or something. I'm actually thinking dark blue. I'm just going to use my marker. Use this one maybe. Oh, I've cleaned up. You know, I had family here this last weekend. Came down for the memorial get together, and I cleaned up my area, and I don't have my scrap paper with me. Okay, use a napkin. I just want to test this color. Yeah, that's the color I want. Okay, so I'm going to color with an Artists Loft dual tip watercolor marker. I like the brush tip. I'm just going to do like a whole background in this kind of dark. It's almost got a gray tone to it, this blue. Reminds me of the deep sea. You know, I told you that I hardly ever watch television anymore, but I do watch YouTube, and lately I've been watching the live feed from, it's called NOAA, the National, what is it? Oceanic and Exploring something. Anyway, it's the official underwater exploration people. And they've been doing these robotic dives to the bottom of ocean in Hawaii. And I've just been following them. They're on live. If you go into under YouTube under live cams and do search for live cam ocean or something, I'm sure you'll find it. They have 3 camera angles you can switch between while they're doing their dive. I'm not sure I like the stripy thing of the marker, but I think what I'll do is maybe go over it with I do want this deep color. I think I'll go over it with a colored pencil on top, and it'll kind of smooth out the marker thing. I do tend to only color with these markers in a smaller area, so you don't really notice the stripy bit that happens when you color in with a marker. But I kind of wanted to fill in the space quicker. I think I'll run a colored pencil over the top and give it even another layer of color. That'll be good. But yeah, I've been watching those underwater like all weekend. I watched, and they're long because they're live. You know, you don't have a choice to fast forward unless you catch it on a replay. But when they're done for the day, they will rebroadcast the day's dive. But I'm finding it really fascinating to see all the plants. Well, they're not plants, they're animals. The corals that look like plants. There are no plants on the bottom of the ocean. They are animals. The sponges and the corals and sea stars, and there's not a, depending on what area they're in, sometimes there is not a whole lot on the bottom of the ocean besides, well, they're in Hawaii, so besides the volcanic rocks and the sediment, the sand, there's not a whole lot down there. But then in other areas, there was like a lot more. So I'm finding that fascinating as well. It's not for everybody. When I told my friends this is what I was watching, they looked at me like I was completely nuts. Okay, so there's that, but I don't like the streaky stuff, so I'm going to now find my colored pencils and do a color on top of that. What color do I want to do? This one, I think. Ultramarine blue. Is that helping any? Not really. Maybe I need a lighter one. Let's try this one. Ooh, that makes a pretty color though. I still see my stripes, but that makes a pretty color. We'll just layer some blues on here. What the heck? Guess I should have just started with the pencils. I really prefer the pencils for coloring. I don't know why I decided marker. Because unless I'm doing black, I really do prefer the pencils. But that's okay. We'll just keep layering colors on top of each other until I get something that I like, right? Okay, so that was that one. Let's go with let's try a light aqua and see what that does. Right around the edges. What's that doing? Oh, it's interesting. It's kind of like what it looks like when they're shining the lights, because it really lights up right on the object that they're looking at, and then behind is a deep, dark sea behind. So that's good. This is kind of doing that. Maybe a dark purple. Ooh, yeah. Maybe that's what I need too. Is a dark purple. Believe it or not, most of the corals in this area anyway that I was been watching, most of them are kind of just a beige color. There have been a few yellows, but most of them are kind of just a beige color. There's hardly any color. If you see something with color down there, it's usually a even the lobsters down there, little, what they call a little squat lobster, it's white. Not a whole lot of color down there. I think I'm gonna go with dark purple. Let me go with this, or blue indigo. How about blue indigo? That sounds like the right color. Yeah. That's good. Right in the middle, where it's the darkest. Okay, now I don't like this really kind of distinct line there, so I'm going to go back to one of my blues, or maybe even a green. No, one of my blues, but a different blue. And I'm going to do kind of a mid-tone here. Try to blend some of that line out. So I don't like it. Okay, that's better. Not sure why I'm spending so much time on this. I could just be done. I could have been done before I started coloring, but I'm not. Okay. That's better. Still have a bit of that I don't like. Maybe I'll give me that purple. Give me a purple. A little bit of purple. Like that. All right, I'm happy with that. Yep, I am more happy with that. I'm going to clean up my edges with my eraser. Guess I'm just influenced by what I watch. I guess we all are. You know, you watch a lot of violent shows. I know that you're not just because you watch a movie or a show that has violence in it does not mean that you're going to go out and hurt somebody. I don't believe that. But I do believe that you are influenced by what you've watched and that you maybe spend more time thinking negative things or hurtful things. You know, maybe you will spend some time thinking that you want to take revenge on someone. Whether you actually carry it out or not is not the point. But you may dwell on the negative instead of on the positive. And if you watch more uplifting stuff, you'll dwell on that. I've been watching underwater scenes and I've been dwelling on it. It's not good or bad, it's just what it is. That's what it is. I've been dwelling on it. But it is influencing my art. And perhaps if I watched a lot of crime or drama shows, that would influence my art as well, you know, in a subtle way. Who knows? Just saying. All right, I really like that. What was this called? I forgot. Turn my phone back on. Nummel, Nummel by Silky Wagner. Okay, so I'm just deciding how I want this to live. I think I want it to live like that. Nummel. On string number 43. There we go. I like it. I like how that turned out. Even the streaky marker now kind of looks like filtered the way the light. I know at the bottom of the ocean there was no sunlight, but the lights from the Explorer vehicle caused these like rays of light shimmering in the water. So that kind of reminds me of that. I think it's good. I like it. I'm happy. I hope you're happy. You guys go out and have a blessed day. I'm going to spend my day drawing. That will be fun. All right, see you guys later. Bye-bye.